Today on 5 Minute Friday, we are going over 4 exercises to keep your knees from caving in during your leg workout using nothing but a band. Run it. Oh, he said run it. I said run it. How you guys doing? Amar here from EverStrong Therapy, physical therapy and fitness designed to keep you moving at your best. Today we are going over 4 exercises to keep your knees from caving in during your leg workouts. Now this can be during squats, lunges, deadlifts, anything that involves your legs. If your knees are caving in, it can be a problem. A lot of my patients tend to come to me after MCL sprains, meniscus injuries, or ACL tears because of pathology involving their knees caving in during these workouts. The problem with it is it tends to be either a weakness in your glute med, in your hips, your lateral quad, or sometimes the small muscles of the foot and calf. So, no matter what the injury or pathology is, these exercises are going to help you identify the weakness and correct it in order to provide proper stability during those leg workouts. All of these exercises have one thing in common, and that is they utilize a mini band. These are great for providing resistance where you need it most, usually around the knees to help strengthen your hips, knees, and ankles. So without further ado, Jeff, we got to get to the floor and start with exercise number 1. So the first exercise we're going to do is called a clamshell, and what I'm going to have Jeff do is take this and put it just over his knees. The point of this exercise is to strengthen your glute medius. It's one of the external rotators of your hip. So Jeff is going to put that around his knees and he's going to come back to sideline. Now, the key with this exercise is not to move your feet and to keep your hips on a level plane as you perform the entire move. The only joint that should be moving during this exercise is the knee. So Jeff, what I'm going to have you do is keeping the bottom knee exactly where it is, I'm going to have you lift the top knee straight up. Beautiful. So as you can see, Jeff is doing a good job. He's going to come back and forth nice and slow, and he's really going to focus on keeping this hip exactly where it is. A lot of people with hip weakness tend to roll this hip out in order to make the move easier. And that's not what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're feeling it right in that external rotator of your hip. How's it feeling, Jeff?
Firing up that glute medius.
So give me a couple reps of this, and then we'll move on to exercise number 2. So for the second exercise, I have Jeff back up on his feet, and what we're gonna do is a lateral sidewalk. So I'm gonna get out of the way, and Jeff, I'm gonna have you get into a mini squat position. And what you're gonna do is keeping your posture exactly the way it is. You're gonna sidestep towards me, and then away from me. The key with this exercise is trying to keep everything in line throughout in order to really get your hips firing properly. How's it feel, Jeff?
Fire it up, let's get it.
You should be feeling this right in those same external rotators that you were working out in the first exercise. Now that you've done those first 2 exercises, we have to start training the musculature throughout the entire range of motion. So we're going to have Jeff perform a squat with the same band around his knees in order to make sure that he's performing it correctly. Good. So my number 1 focus right now are Jeff's knees, making sure that they're not caving in throughout the move. So really focus on keeping those knees out, Jeff. Perfect. Final move that I'm going to have Jeff do is the most complicated and it's the most challenging because Jeff needs to have body awareness as to what his knee is doing in space. So what I'm going to have Jeff do is get into a lunge position. And I'm actually going to put this band around his front knee. No, you can come on up. And I'm going to give some resistance this way. Jeff's whole job is going to be, a little higher, is going to be to make sure that that knee is pushing out. So I want you to relax the knee, let it come in a little bit, and then go back out. Good. The whole idea of this move is to build Jeff's proprioception so he's aware of where his knee is in space, and he's going to be able to feel when his knee is in a good position and not. So Jeff, you're going to go back and forth, in and back out. This way Jeff can be aware when his knee is in a good position, and that way he's aware when he's doing the exercises in order to make sure that they don't cave in during his workouts. So there you guys have it, 4 exercises to keep your knees from caving in during your leg workouts. As always, these are exercises geared towards the healthy individual and for those without pathology. If you do have any pain or any issues performing these exercises, please seek medical help, whether that's a physical therapist or a doctor. As always, thank you so much for joining us. Jeff?
Happy lifting.
Like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.